Hello and welcome to Getting Drunk with Madira. Today I have a very interesting guest with me, Prashant Mishra. Thank you, Prashant, for doing this. Getting
Thank you
Drunk
for
with Madira.
calling me.
So, Prashant, were you as a kid a bowler or someone who was into batting? How was your childhood like as a kid?
As a kid, I was an observer. I,
Wow.
I didn't play cricket at all. I am still very bad in sports, playing wise. But of course, like every other Indian kid, I loved watching cricket. As a player, I'm very bad.
Well, we all love cricket. Cricket is a religion in this country, as we all know. And how did your affair, I have to ask you, your first love with cricket begin?
So, so cricket has been a love as an audience since my childhood. But when it comes to making a career out of it, it obviously was a different journey. I just feel that it's all about being at the right place at the right time with the right people to let the right things happen. And that's I think which transpired in my case. Uh, I remember I passed out of Pune University as an automobile engineer in 2010. Uh, University topper. And I got the so-called corporate job in a big IT firm, and I was working there on a very high-tech engine model there. But I realized that that wasn't really giving me the kick that I needed in life. So it was a very monotonous job, a 9 to 6 thing, and I realized that something which I could probably achieve in 3 weeks' time. The company made me do it over and over again for 9 months.
Wow, that's quite a grind.
That was quite a grind, and that made me feel very unused of the potential and skills that I could probably explore.
Sure.
So you usually what happens is with youngsters when we are very young, and or people who are at this age right now, we usually say that we don't know what to do in life. We've come to a point where we don't know what to do.
Yes.
I think the answer lies just there. You should know what you don't want to do. So I knew that I didn't want to stick to my IT job, and then there was a plethora of options that was open to me.
Sure.
That's how I started to explore and try and find out as to what is it that can really give me that that kick, that satisfaction of doing something.
Sure.
Money always comes in. Money is something which all of us work for, but I think when you really work on something that you like to do, money will automatically flow in. You don't focus more on the money. Sure. I'm a Bollywood buff.
Okay.
I got highly inspired, like most of us, by watching Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Okay.
And which is when, like every other teenager, I wanted to go and experience all those three things that they do.
Sure.
And one fine day, I just came across an advert in the newspaper that Tomatina Festival is coming for the first time in India. And I was back then residing in Pune.
Wow.
So that was happening in Mumbai. And I said, guys, you know what, I need to be here. It's the Tomatina Festival. I came here, unfortunately, I injured my back. And a gentleman who helped me during the accident was a complete stranger to me. But he was one of the owners of an IPL team.
Wow.
That started off my journey of interaction with people related to the cricketing industry.
Sure.
And that's how my entire journey started. And for me, it was quite a quick jump, luckily. So I was made the general manager of an IPL team.
Was it like easy, or I would say, was it like interesting or difficult to be the GM of like Kochi Tuskers and like doing all that IPL team with the amount of pressure, the amount of cricket fans and cricketers themselves, 11 of them,
27.
Oh, sorry, 27.
27.
My bad. Sorry. How was that whole experience?
So I was 23. I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to get this opportunity at a very young age. But it was not easy. And it was very interesting. It was never a dull moment. And that is when I realized that, this is one field where there's a challenge every day and there's a new challenge every day. It was not like my monotonous 9 to 5 job, wherein I was doing the same codes over and over again for 9 months. This was a new challenge every day, facing new difficulties, hurdles every day. And so that is something that kept me hooked onto the job. But at the same time, what is actually seen outside is not really what goes behind. There is a lot of trouble. There are a lot of issues. I mean, for me, I had just come back from Pune. I remember not having a place to stay in Mumbai, and we had an office in Worli, and I used to sleep in the reception.
Really?
Yeah, that happened.
Wow.
That went on for like 18, 19 days, I guess.
Wow.
So I didn't have a place to stay. I used to sleep in the reception area. I used to wake up in the morning before anyone else would come in. Even before the helper and the domestic help. I used to go to the common washroom, freshen up, take a shower, wash my clothes, put them to dry at the window. So there have been difficult times. I remember being completely broke, no money. So it was all about, okay, an association with the IPL team. Great, but where's money? There was no money. There was no money because there were a lot of issues with our team, troubles and trying to just keep the game alive, and a lot of controversies surrounding our team. So it was a difficult time. Nonetheless, I think I was loving what I was doing. I was loving the fact that I was meeting new people every day. I was loving the fact that it was opening up a good sort of network for me.
Sure.
Even though I knew that the team was after a certain time terminated and we were no longer in the game and there was still a battle going on, we were trying to come up. I think those days really helped me understand the value of not giving up.
Your dream is something that I couldn't believe when I heard for the first time, Prashant. Was it too big to be true to actually think about owning an international IPL team or an international T20 team? Was that dream a league? A league. Was that too big to be true? And did that dream scare you?
So, okay. So I don't think there is anything which is scary or you can dream about anything.
Sure.
I can even probably dream about a monster and fantasize. So it not necessarily be scary for me.
This is all Avengers coming out.
But I think there is no harm in dreaming big.
Sure. Yeah. But for our audience, how does this whole international league and how would you find it different from India? Or if you have to explain what is your league all about, just to get an idea.
So, okay, let's look at it at a different way. We are a growing population.
Sure.
We are a population that is embracing a lot of sports, but cricket still tops it.
Yes.
And this, when I talk, is purely from the Indian mindset.
Yes.
But when we step out of the country and we look across the globe, we understand that there are multiple other sports which are doing great. Now, football is the most viewed sport in the entire world. They have a fan base of over 3.5 billion viewers across the globe, and this data was released in 2015, so I'm sure it's already increased. So 3.5 billion fans across the globe. Football was anyways emerging, and it's still emerging and growing, and everyone's loving it. But when you look at the European countries, just like we have in India, football is a religion. And they got into this entire league format. They formed clubs and they decided in the EPL and the La Liga and all the other leagues. I think more or less we got inspired with it, and that's how the franchise-based or the club-based cricket came, and it created a wave.
Okay, so wow, I am super inspired. I hope everyone else is also inspired listening to this story. I'm sure they will be. So coming to Prashant, this is Getting Drunk with Madira boat, and I know you're a big coffee lover, and I thought why not pick up some coffee liqueur which you can taste. So let's do a small cheers to your great journey so far. So, World Cup is coming.
Yeah.
And we all are excited. The nation is excited. What are your favorites, and what do you see? How is this World Cup gonna pan out? In the current season.
Well, like any other Indian fan, I would want my country to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like any other outsider, uh, uh, would be scared that they will lose. So I'm really hoping for great games happening this time. The great part is that it is happening in India after such a long time, and we're trying to be great hosts to our neighbors, Pakistanis, who are, and that is something which the entire world will be looking forward to.
Sure.
So yeah, for me, honestly, because I am, how you say, you never take your own drugs. So because I am into the business of cricket, I don't really watch a lot of games.
Okay.
I honestly don't even know quite a lot of players that are playing. Of course, I know most of them,
Sure.
but a few of them I might not know, and so I may not be interested or excited about watching other games. But like every other cricket lover in the world, I'm just excited about India Pakistan. So
Okay.
that is one time that I'm glad that ICC has a World Cup. So we get to witness some great action.
So coming to India, Pakistan, the fans, the adrenaline, everything is crazy. And in 2019, I remember this one meme that went very viral about, this fan getting extremely emotional about the fact that Pakistan had lost. And we all know that meme and that video. And he was like, the cricketers are not really healthy, they are eating pizzas, burgers. He was so emotional in that video and it went viral. As a fan or as someone who loves their country, how do you feel when the match is on or when, like the whole cricket fans out,
So honestly, that gentleman, वक्त बदल दिया, हालात बदल दिए, जज्बात बदल दिए. He was really disappointed, and rightly so. I mean, there are so many things that as players, these hard-working men have to face. And apart from their own passion to win and be able to contribute towards their country's success and their country's glowing name, if something goes wrong, there's a lot of personal backlash that they have to take from all of us, from all our fans, and hats off to the cricketers of every country that they do it very sportingly. But yes, as fans, we do get disappointed. As fans, we are immature at times to react unnecessarily and very quickly. Just as we love them, we also hate them at times. Just as we make them our heroes, we also, kind of make them our villains after some time. So I think it's a part and parcel of the fans' life.
Prashant, coming to the fact that a lot of us know the stars, the cricketers, the ones who get the limelight, but there's a huge, like you rightly said, there's a huge economy, behind it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people working behind it. What do you feel about the people who never see the limelight, who never come in the front of the camera, but are so pivotal for a team's success, be it the coaches, be it the people behind the scenes, So if someone who is not into cricket, like playing cricket, but wants to make a career in cricket, I'm asking you too many questions, you can tease them out. How does one, think about a career, or how does one think about making it into something that they can be part of as a sports as well?
So I think as an audience, you're right. We see the cricketers, we see the stars. We get overwhelmed. We want to click pictures with them, we want to take selfies with them, we want to have them give us shout outs, and of course they're very big, and they are big because they are talented. But there is a lot of force that goes behind giving the right platform for these stars to showcase their talent, to showcase their game. And this entire force is the force which is working behind the cameras. They're the ones who, they can be your scorers, they can be your commentators, they can be your TV presenters, they can be your production guys, they can be your direction guys, they can be your event management people, your groundsmen, the people who make your pitch, the people who make your pitch so good so that you can play those shots or take those wickets. the jersey designers who came,
Yeah.
who make you look so good and so, like good fit clothes. The people who make those beautiful stadiums for you, the people who do the television production, the people who make you look good on cameras. There is a lot of force that goes behind all of this, and I think these people really need due credits. I'm one of them. And honestly, I don't want, or most of us don't really want credits in terms of being visible or being heard, but awareness that we also exist.
I'm so glad that you are giving the due credit to people who deserve it, because nobody talks about them at this length. But you being in the business of cricket, understanding this, nitty-gritty so well, you could explain it to all people who are watching this so beautifully. So, last question, Prashant, when it comes to the serious rounds, because we are such a young nation, young country, growing at a very fast pace, cricket is always going to be our go-to sports, But having said that, which are the other sports that, you think in our country should get the due credit or should be promoted on a better platform and, should be given the kind of due diligence which is not being done right now?
So I think there are efforts everywhere for every sport. Nobody knew that something like a kabaddi can, come and take everything, or come and overtake every other sport. So I think it's the right approach that one needs to put in, and I see a lot of efforts by a lot of big corporate companies, a lot of sports businessmen like me who are trying to give the right sport their due credit. So I have seen a lot of efforts happening in volleyball, and I see great results on TV right now. I see great results for kabaddi, I see great results for kho. I know for a fact that basketball is taking a little longer than what it should have otherwise.
Yeah, see the NBA forever coming scouting for the players, but where is the team?
So that's I think that is also a big factor to it is, see, we're very loyal people. Indians by heart are very, very loyal, I guess. So when we are loyal to one game, it will take a lot for us to be pulled out of it and look at some other sport. And the knowledge of basketball needs to grow. Let's be very honest. Just like यहाँ पे हर गली में बच्चे को क्रिकेट खेलना आता है. Now तो even thankfully women's team is such great, and a lot of female cricketers are coming in. Fantastic. But if you go to any other country, for example, like go to an Ireland, they might be superb in their local game. Or I go to a European country, they might be superb in their soccer. But when it comes to cricket, they're very bad. So that awareness, that more than the awareness, the expertise, the right knowledge, the right coaching, and the right training needs to come in there. So that is where when people like me, when people like my team, all of us, we go to say a country like Ireland or Netherlands or Scotland, and we try and provide our own services in terms of expertise, training, knowledge, and try and help them build the game of cricket there. I think that is what is needed for us also to adapt to these people coming into our country with other sports. So I'm glad NBA has come to India. It is taking time, but then again, as I said, we are a population of 1.4 billion. So
we will find us now.
We will, yes.
So because you in the sports, since a while, how is your company helping cricket grow? Or finding the local stars, or doing something on the local levels to also promote it in India, or in the local space?
So we usually do a lot of talent scouting.
Okay.
We understand that talent can be found anywhere. It can be found in the remotest of villages, or it can be found in the elitist of colonies. And we try looking for them. We try hunting for them. I remember we once did a talent scouting program for one of the IPL teams in Madira, and we had a few players who were scouted from 12,000 registered players from 11 states, and a few of them were given were given an opportunity to be a part of the training and development squad. So I think that's one aspect that we look at. We build a lot of sporting infrastructure.
Sure.
In a city like Mumbai, space is a big challenge. So we're building a lot of sporting infrastructure. We have a lot of sporting grounds and cricket turfs where we have academies coming in, and we do look at the factors that maybe not too privileged kids can come to us, and that's why we're very happy to just help them improve their game. We are also working on other sports, not just cricket. There is a lot of football which is happening. There is a lot of volleyball which is happening. We're looking at doing something on a national scale in volleyball also now. So yeah, with whatever little that we have, and through your media, if anyone wants to explore any sort of an opportunity in sports, please, I'm always available.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you, Prashant. And I'm sure, guys, if you have any more questions, you can always reach out to Prashant. I'm going to link his Instagram handle, and he's very, very sweet to answer any queries related. Thank you so much. So now that all the serious questions are over, and thank you so much, Prashant, for being so supportive, really a true sportsman at heart, answering all of those questions so nicely. Now we are coming to something like a little fun. We want you either to answer these questions or drink.
Okay.
We will know if when you are being diplomatic,
Okay.
or you're being, you're not really caring about the cameras and giving us an answer.
And what if I decide to answer as well as drink?
More the merrier. We would really want our guests to have a good time on the drum. So, starting with the first question.
Yeah.
When it comes to Nepo cricketers, who is better in your opinion? Rohan Gavaskar or Stuart Binnie?
Nepo cricketers, Rohan Gavaskar or Stuart Binnie. I think both their fathers were obviously very, very great in their own game. Both of them were part of their fathers were a part of the 83 World Cup winning squad. I would like to drink.
Okay.
Why do we diplomat?
Do you think IPL has led Indian cricketers, if I have to put it right, not taking the test cricket anymore seriously?
No, I don't think that is the case. IPL has definitely led a lot of other countries getting inspired and having their own leagues, and their cricketers not taking their test cricket seriously.
Okay. Thanks. That was a very authentic answer again. So coming to the movies, and you must have seen Sushant in Roni,
Yeah.
Imran Hashmi in Azhar,
Yes.
or Shahid in Jersey. Who do you think has actually done justice to a role of a cricketer?
Definitely shout out to the Jersey. Yeah, I think all the others were famous cricketers. Jersey was a story of an actual true cricketer, which the character resonates with many, many, many people. I think Shah did a fantastic job with Jersey.
So when it comes to, if you had to replace, so I'll take this again. If you had to replace one person in the current cricket team, who would that be?
In the current cricket team, I
KL Rahul or Hardik Pandya, who would you want in your cricket team? If you had to be the manager for Mr. Shubnam Gill, everyone's favorite right now,
Yeah.
would you advise him to play cricket for a year or start acting for a year?
I think I would rather advise him to continue playing cricket. Acting other uses. He'll get acting offers.
Okay. Cricket in real life and like how you see it on the pitch, or cricket behind the camera as you see on the TV? What would you be your favorite?
Behind the TV. Behind the camera, sorry.
Okay.
For sure. I am not of the mindset of playing in the heat and tanning myself. I'm not that strong.
It's okay.
I think I leave it to our star cricketers to do that while we sit behind the camera as a record.
Thank you, Prashant. You've been wonderful.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
for
you so much.
doing this.
Thank you very much.
Your story is so amazing. I hope you're penning it down. And
Yes.
I
Yes.
hope we
I'm still
can
in the
see-
process of finishing the book.
Wow.
Once it's done, I shall definitely send you a copy.
Please do. And we would definitely would love to have you again on our show and maybe get you a little more drunk again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.